Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic of business research management subject, types of research design. What are the different types of research design? We will discuss in detail here. A classification of marketing research designs. Research design can be divided into two parts: exploratory research design, conclusive research design. Conclusive research design again divided into the descriptive research and causal research. Descriptive research again divided into cross-sectional design, longitudinal design. And cross-sectional design will be divided into again single cross-sectional design and multiple cross-sectional design. Now we are going to discuss about what is exploratory research design. Before discussion about the what is exploratory research design, we will discuss about the concept of exploratory research. Concept of this exploratory research is exploratory means you are going to explore. You are going to explore number of clues and number of ideas. Like we are going to discuss about the what are the causes of the corona infection. So there are number of clues are there, and researcher has researched on that, and they are now again they are exploring more and more ideas also, more and more causes also. Number of causes, like one cause is it has been spread by bat, or it may be spread by pangolin, a bird, or it may be man-made. What are the number of clues and what are the number of ideas a researcher can explore, and it is flexible. There is no any rigid way. It is flexible, and number of clues. Then they will decide the hypothesis. Then they are formulate the hypothesis. Find the hypothesis. So then the concept is, I think you must be clear about. Like exploratory means you are exploring the idea. Again, we will discuss number of other examples also. A research design characterized by the flexible and evolving approach to understanding marketing phenomena that are inherently difficult to measure. The primary objective of exploratory research is to provide insight into and an understanding of marketing phenomena. Example, discovery of America by Christopher Columbus. Inventor of photocopying machine by Chester Carlson. Both the reason they were not knowing what they are going to discover. Mainly Columbus was going to navigate to all the world, but he had discover America, and like that Chester Carlson also, he was also not knowing he is going to discover photocopying. He has got such type of the ideas. Some other examples: a juicer bar owner feels that increasing the variety of juices will enable increase in consumers. However, he is not sure and needs more information. The owner decides to do an exploratory research to find out if expanding their juices selection will enable him to get more customers, of if there is a better idea. The juicer bar owner feels that increasing in variety of the juices, then he was assuming he will get more and more customers. For that purpose, he want to get more ideas and more informations, so that he want to do some explore some ideas. He is going to produce some new juices, new juices test a variety of preferences, and then he will decide by other number of informations which particular idea will be more suitable. An investigation into the way of improvement of quality of the customer services within hospitality sector in XYZ company. Quality of the customer services in hospitality sector in investigation. XY company of any hospitality sector wants to know which type of the quality should improve in services, then his customer should be increased. Then another a study into the role of social networking sites as an effective marketing communication channel. A study into the role of the social networking sites as an effective marketing communication channel. Social networking site will more effective for the communication if we do business on social networking site. This is the exploring. You want to explore some ideas. You want to get more and more information, clues and ideas by exploratory type of research. These are the number of examples of exploratory type of research. You will get more specifically more clear about this example. A crime investigator program was based on Sherlock Holmes, True Detective. It was a TV programs. Gives a pretty good example of the research design. This shows typically starts with a crime that need to investigate it. The initial steps is look for hints which can help establish what was happened. Exploratory. The clues found in exploratory phase of the research usually point in direction of specific hypothesis or explanation of events which happened. An investigator that focus their efforts into the direction performing interviews with their witnesses and suspects. It is descriptive. So then in Sherlock Holmes TV, this is a very good example. This is a very good example of the exploratory. This serial started with the crime, and then after they'll investigate, and for investigation they have used the clues, number of clues, and these number of clues based on exploratory type of studies. And for that purpose, he make the investigator make the hypothesis, and that on the basis of that hypothesis, he want to reach to right direction, and he do some interviews and some other witnesses and suspects for the descriptive purpose of research. So this is the very good example for that crime. You don't have to know about who is the main criminal, but you are exploring ideas. You are exploring ideas, and on basis of that ideas, you will that clues you will reach to a number of other options, and you have number of exploring ideas for reaching the right direction. So this is second example. Exploratory research background. It is usually conducted when the researcher does not know much about the problems. They don't know much about the problems. Exploratory research is usually conducted at the outset of the research projects. Then we go next part. Uses of the exploratory research. Gain background information. Define terms. Clearing problem and hypothesis. Refine research objective. Establish research priorities. isolate key variables and relationships for further examination, gain insights for the developing an approach to the problem, establish priorities for further research. These are the number of uses of the exploratory research. Gain background information, previous information by the historical and other way, by other data, and then define terms, clarify problems and hypotheses, refine research objectives, establish research priorities, isolate key variables and relationship for the. If you are going to previous example, if you will think about the previous example, you will see previous example of Sherlock Holmes. Then you will get all the things. What was the background information in any crime? If any crime will happen, then what will be background informations? Person, a detective will also think about, or will also consider about these things. Then define terms, then clarifying problems and hypotheses, then establish research priorities, isolate key variables, relationship for the further examinations, gain insights for developing an approach to the problem, and establish priorities for the further research. These are being studied. Then methods of the exploratory research: survey of experts. First method, by survey of experts. Pilot surveys, we selected and to get the informations, selected respondents, get the information, what information you are getting, will check also. Secondary data analyze in qualitative way, like qualitative research and secondary data qualitative way. Then qualitative research, focus group, projective techniques, survey of experts. You are knowing about qualitative, secondary data analyzed in the quantitative way and qualitative research. Then another part is focus group. Focus group is a group on particular group, like any doctors groups are focusing on particular disease. It will be in any medical sector, any group which will be involved for the researching any particular disease, like in present stages, present scenario. A lot of doctors are doing this. Some doctors are busy for the vaccination. Some doctors are busy for the plasma treatment. So these focus groups are now making research based. They are focusing on particular way of research. Projective technique is mainly you are going to projection. It will be based on your previous experiences also. You are going to projection about the future, what may be possible in future prospect. On the basis of that particular, these are the number of methods of the research exam. Thank you very much. We discuss next topic, which is sampling. Thank you very much.